Good morning, class. This is the first day of school for spring 2025, and this is CSIT 155 Social Media for Business. And this is what my um, opening page looks like. Yours it should be summer with less stuff on it. So we have there'll be up to 3 announcements up here, and then this logo, and then let me see if I can get this to move up here. No, it won't do. Here we go. And there's a little bit further. I have a link down here, and it has the class schedule on it, and it's an HTML page, so you can click on it and open it. It'll open a different page, but it'll show you how the breakdown of when assignments are due and everything. And I usually send things out on Mondays, and what comes out on Mondays will be due on Thursday. What comes out on Thursday, because I'll send out the second part then, will be due the following Monday. So you'll have 2 pieces of work most weeks, and it just makes it a little simpler. You'll learn something the first part, apply it the second part most often. So let's take a look at the syllabus, because that's a big part of what we need to do. Oh, but I also need to remind you, you need to send me an email saying you are here today, so I keep you in the class. It's kind of like being in, if you were in a regular classroom and you raised your hand or said here when I called your name. So you have to do that yourself. Just send me an email, but I will send this out as an announcement. So hang on a second. All right, be sure to check through the course syllabus here, because there's things in there you need to know. And if you have questions, be sure to email me. Here's information about me and how I got into this field, and my education and everything. And this is my email. You can always email me here. I try to answer pretty quickly. It's harder for me on the weekends because I also have other jobs that I'm doing, and you can read about me in the discussion. Some important semester days. Like I said, today's the first day of class, and you need to check in by email and say here. And then if you decide to drop, you have until February 3rd to drop without a W, and you receive a refund if you paid for the class. And then we have holidays, Lincoln's Day, Washington Day, and then spring break, and then the last day to drop and get a W for the class. And then they go clear to the end, last day to change to pass, no pass. And then this is finals week. So I have a course textbook. I actually like it. My students usually like it. It's like not maybe totally pertinent to what's happening now because it's in 2019, but it has some really basic information, simple to read and good to apply. The people who wrote it did a great job, so just keeping it simple. You will be using different social platforms. An important thing we're going to do is create a blog. That's part of what you'll do this week. And you're going to write in the blog. That's where you turn in the majority of your homework as a post once or twice a week. And I will read it and grade it and give you comments, which is a lot of work for me to do. But I make sure and read everybody's posts. And I will have you divided in groups so you can read each other's posts too, because you can learn a lot more just by what everybody else is doing besides learning from what I do. Again, homework, I like you to actively use what we're doing. So we will have business accounts in several different social media platforms. A lot of things are going on right now. So I'm kind of changing up my class as we go. I always change it every semester, but I think some big stuff is going on now. So I have to figure out what to change and how to reorganize things. So just to give you the heads up, I try to keep the class current. So anyway, the homework is not submitted through Canvas like you do in your typical class, but again, you'll mostly have posts on your blogs and then posts on your social media that you do. So you can use AI to help, but a lot of your homework writing is your perspective. So that's what I want to read about. And I do want you to write well. So using paragraphs, with a main idea and supportive details. Most of the time, 5 paragraphs is plenty. And when I see a huge, block of content, all like one giant paragraph, it gets overwhelming for me. So you need to think about this is how you're having a conversation to somebody. You need some air breaks in between from one idea to the next, so it's easier for people to read it. You know, most weeks are pretty busy. Some are, there's less week to do, but I try to give you assignments that are interesting. Of course, don't plagiarize by copying things, but again, also, I like you to share with me your opinions on what we're doing and what you learn from when we do research and stuff. So, um, here are the SLOs, student level outcome or learning outcomes. So you need to learn to be able to create a blog, and you can add tags so it's discoverable. If you don't want it discoverable, I'm okay with not using tags because some people want to be more quiet about what they're doing. So and then by the end of the semester, we'll learn how to make a social media marketing plan, because that's really what this class is about, how to market with the tools that we're covering in here. And then I also want you to understand how to use, well, I have Facebook and Google Analytics tools, but there's other ones too. That's what it just says here. So you can read all of this stuff and what's available. And email me if you have questions. You can see it just goes on and on and on and on. Here's my grades, typical things. I don't have the points broken out yet because, again, I'm adjusting things. You can contact me. Like I said, I will try to respond within 24 hours. On the weekends, again, I work from my other business on Thursdays through Mondays, and sometimes other days too. So that keeps me busy. It's in the afternoon and evening, so I'm usually available in the morning and try to respond to emails right away in the morning. So oh, that's weird. I don't know why it has these old dates on here, but there it is. So that these are not right. I don't know why it's like that. So it should be updated to what we have now. But this is one of the Canvas is kind of a mystery to me. So anyway, welcome to class. I usually try to make these videos 5 minutes. This one's a little bit longer to go over things. Again, please check in.